I'm Jennifer Saness here watching News 24 Live. Well, I'm joined in studio by Elizabeth Arden's very beautiful makeup artist, Gina Myers. Hello.
How are you?
I'm very excited that you're here because I love a good makeup tip.
Oh, and I love giving them.
Yay!
And I think it's great what we're going to do today with just achieving a natural look. Every woman wants to have a natural, beautiful look that's easy, it's simple, use very little makeup, and you also look very radiant and fresh.
And that's, I mean, what everyone wants. All the Hollywood celebs always have that beautiful natural look, and I can't do it on myself to save my life. So I'm really happy that you're going to show us how today.
There's a very good tip. Less is more, and that's how they actually, it's the biggest trend at the moment. The less makeup you wear, the more raw your face is, the more natural you radiate.
All right, you're going to show us how to do this look on Jerusha. Now we've removed all of her makeup.
Yes. So when it comes to achieving a beautiful look, you start with beautiful skin. It's very important to get your skin regime right. So we've cleansed her face, we've toned it. We're going to apply a moisturizer. And then we're going to apply the Visible Difference Good Morning Skin Primer.
All right.
So primer is good to hold the makeup. It helps it last longer. It creates a layer between your skin and your foundation, so it helps protect it, and it also absorbs the right properties from the foundation.
So we should be putting a primer on actually no matter what look we do.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And you can actually feel the difference. I'm going to let you feel the primer when we use it. It's a beautiful silicone texture, and you can see your skin absorbs it beautifully. When you apply your moisturizer, you're going to apply up. This also helps with your blood flow.
Okay, interesting. So we apply up and not, I just kind of do this.
Circular motions and applying up.
All right.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, so we give it a little bit of time to absorb. This is the skin primer. Just rub it in there. You can feel it over there. Exactly. So this is what your foundation is applied onto.
And
it's
smooth.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
I want to put that on my whole body.
I know. So we just spread it all over the face. My biggest tip when it comes to makeup is to blend,
and blend again.
Blend some more. So once you've given it a few seconds to absorb into the skin, we can start with the foundation.
All right.
So I've matched her foundation to the Flawless Finish Perfectly Nude foundation. We're using a color called Warm Cappuccino.
Okay. Now, how do you pick a foundation that's right for your skin? Because I often find maybe I'm going a shade too dark or a shade too light. How do you know which one is actually right for you?
So the best thing to do is to go to, for example, an Elizabeth Arden counter, and what they do is they actually compare different colors for you.
Okay.
The best way, I'll start showing you, is just on the side here. You'll do a stripe test. You'll do 3 different colors, and you'll see which colors absorb into the skin the most. Remember, your skin does need to bring it in and absorb, and then it reflects the true color.
Okay.
Okay, so when we apply foundation, we're going to pat and then blend.
Okay.
Okay, so we pat.
And where do we pat?
So I start from the middle of the face, because then I can blend out. And the worst thing that anybody sees is when you're walking in a shopping center and you see the line.
It looks like you're wearing a mask.
Exactly. So this is what we try and avoid. So we pat softly, softly, softly. You must remember your skin is very sensitive and delicate. And then we can actually blend out.
Okay.
What I love about this foundation is that it's very natural, and it gives you a beautiful, beautiful finish afterwards.
It is really natural. It doesn't have that cakey look that you sometimes see.
When it comes to blending by the hairline, the secret to not getting that line by your hairline is to blend in the opposite direction of the hair growth.
Okay.
So her hair growth is going that way, we're going to blend out that way. Make sense?
Yes.
And then you don't get a line.
That's a great tip.
Okay, close your eyes for me. A lot of people skip out their eyelids. It is important to apply foundation to the eyelids. Number 1 reason is to even out skin tone.
Yeah.
Number 2 is also it holds your eyeshadow. So when your eyeshadow doesn't last for the day, this is because you're not applying your foundation onto your eyelid.
And now, would you recommend using a brush like you're using, or can we use a sponge? I know some people use their fingers.
You can. So the reason why people use their fingers, it's the best blending tool. It's got warmth, it's easy. I love using a brush. I use less product with a brush. A sponge is okay to use too, but you have to remember that a sponge does collect bacteria very quickly, and it's important to make sure that it's clean and that you are blending with it.
All right.
The next thing we're going to do is eyebrows.
Okay.
Eyebrows for me are so important. If you do one eyebrow, you can see how unfinished your look is without eyebrows. And once you start doing your eyebrows, you actually can't
go back.
You can't go back. So I'm using the new brow pencil. It's actually just been launched.
Okay.
So this is very exciting.
Oh, wow.
This color is called Brownette. How cute. Brownette. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is brush her eyebrows up.
Okay. Now, you said you're using Brownette, and I think another common mistake a lot of people make is if they have really dark hair, they'll try and fill it in with a black.
Yes.
But you shouldn't do that.
No, you should generally go according to the color of your eyebrows. Some people do have really dark black brows, then obviously you do. But the trick is to keep it to the same family and color as your actual brow hair.
All right.
Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. The next thing we have to check the shape of her brows. The best shape is to measure. You go from the corner of the nose to the inner corner of the eye. That's where your brow should start. The highest point is from the corner of your nose, 3/4 of the way. That's your highest point, your arch.
All right.
And then it ends from the corner of your mouth to the outer corner of your eye.
Okay.
That's where it should end.
Okay.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to define her brows. Okay, so you start at the bottom just by drawing a line just to define, and you're going to brush up softly. She's got very, very light brows, so we don't want to be too dramatic.
Okay.
We still want her look to be natural.
So just grazing along those hairs.
Just going in the same direction as the hairs.
And we're not looking to create something that's not there, right?
No.
Okay.
We're enhancing. Makeup is all about enhancing. I have this really corny line. Makeup is about enhancing the beauty within.
Aww.
I know, but it's so true. So once that's done, we're going to use a mascara. I'm using the Lash Enhancing Mascara, the beautiful color Lash Enhancing Mascara. It's my favorite mascara. You can apply layer over layer. Doesn't clump. It also has long-term benefits. It helps elongate your lashes. Obviously, the short-term benefits is thickening your lashes, making them look longer. They spread out, and it doesn't clump.
That's the real seller for me, when you said it doesn't clump.
So you're going to look down for me. You can blink as much as you like. Just don't look up. Okay. Just blend that in. Okay. Coat down. Wiggle up.
So we're actually putting mascara on the outside of the lashes.
Yes, you're going to coat on top
Okay.
and wiggle up from the outside. Okay.
Now, should we always coat the outside? Because it's not something you hear of often. Usually people are just coating the under part.
Do you know what? I always say that there's no really right or wrong way to do mascara. Everybody's got their own techniques.
Okay.
For me, this works the best, and I find that it just helps a lot of women who don't know how to do their lashes. So I'm going to ask you to look up, and you just apply on the root of the lash,
Okay.
very lightly, separating them like that. Okay.
Wow.
Look up for me. Do the same on the other side. And this also just gives a little bit of definition, something that can last the whole day.
And you would still do this with a natural look?
I would still do this with a
Okay.
natural look. Okay. That's beautiful. It's actually just opened up her eye.
Yeah.
We are going to apply blush. I'm going to use the beautiful color Radiant Blush. It's in Wild Berry.
Okay.
So it's got a very rich pink tone, which is nice. It's just very fresh, it's very radiating, and that's what you want.
Gives you that natural glow.
Exactly. So we've got a little mantra again. I'm going to smile, blush, blend. Okay. So smile, face straight. You're going to apply it to the apple of the cheek, and you're going to blend.
All right.
Now a little tip.
Another one.
Is blush is actually the first thing to be absorbed into your skin. So don't apply too much, but don't be afraid to use blush.
Okay.
So I'm going to use the beautiful color Luminous Lip Gloss. The color is called Royal Plum, and it's nice because it's going to pick up all the tones. It's got a rich undertone of plum in it.
Okay.
It'll match your jersey.
And your cheeks.
And her cheeks. So this is the color. Now I want you to smell it first.
Oh, it smells like chocolate.
I know, how delicious.
That smells like a sweet treat. How convenient.
So what this does, it's actually got moisturizing benefits in it.
Okay.
It increases the moisture in your lips by up to 60%.
Wow.
And then the last thing I'm going to do is just highlight under her eyes.
Okay.
This is what I was talking about earlier. Just to create that luminous effect, I'm going to use the Flawless Finish Correcting and Highlighting Pen.
Okay.
I'm going to use the color number 4. So I'm using a color 2 shades lighter than her skin tone. I'm not going to use a lot. It's a little click pen. These are actually the pens I use to contour.
Okay, and it's actually just a little drop you're using there.
Just a tiny bit. We're going to apply from the corner of her eye. I'll actually put quite a bit just so you can see.
All right.
And you're going to trace up the cheek.
Okay.
Okay. And all we're going to do is tap and blend in. Because remember, we still want to be very gentle under the eye. Can you see how it's creating that luminescence?
Yeah.
And it's
It's
covering.
really just brightening everything up.
Can even spread it to the corner of the eye. Okay, by patting, we're allowing the skin to absorb and blend at the same time. And then we have a perfectly flawless finished look.
Good.